Yeah, Chris is gonna look at it. I'll take a couple of days. Tomorrow, Friday.
Yeah, I think so.
And here's the problem, that I know you have. You can't find anybody who wants to coach cheerleading.
Well,
You can't find anybody who wants to be the AD. You can't find substitutes.
No.
The teachers got love their hearts, and this is the merit promotion versus
7 o'clock.
merit versus social promotion. The teachers aren't even teaching at this point.
No, it was the whole thing.
And I don't blame them, because I mean, here's the kids know they don't have to get us to pass, so they're not wanting to go. 70% of these
Really?
Yeah.
I got called.
Yeah.
I ain't got. I know.
I attended the first day and after that. Yeah. They told me to go.
Look at him pick up his hammer.
My hammer.
Your gavel. Go ahead.
All right. See you, Miss Greer. Go ahead and call our board meeting to order for May 12th. We've already had the prayer and pledge. We'll move right into the meeting. That's be good with everybody. Approval of agenda.
Make a motion.
Second.
Got a motion, Mr. Newman, second, Ms. Harvey. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, moving on. We'll hand these out. The student recognition, turn it over to Mike.
We had a group of students that represented our district very well, and I asked Ms. Tilly to come out and share. I think we won some first place.
We did. So if you, the three that are here will come up here with me. We took.
Who do we have here? Because we're on TV. Let's make sure they're.
Okay. We have Mackenzie Lanham from Philadelphia, and we have Bella Jeans from Fort Loudon, and Leandro Bedoya from Fort Loudon. Our two high schoolers are working. One, or I don't know if he's working or playing a sport still in the sectionals. I got confused on them. But we also had from Philadelphia Laura Wiggins, and then from the high school we had Dylan Hanshi and Rocio Zavala. And so our middle school team competes in what's called an academic bowl. That is a 3-part academic test. And within that, there's a general knowledge, multiple choice, a spelling written test, and then a team test. And so these students won first, the top 8 scorers. These were 3 of the top 8 scorers from, well, 4 of the top 8 overall were from the Loudon County schools, because we have Loudon Monroe County. And we represented Tennessee at the state up regional competition, and we beat the other states in every category. So we came in first place in the regional competition in each of the subsections. Therefore, we won first place overall. And so we were the best scoring talent search middle school team with that. And then the high school is a Scholars Bowl. It's called High Q, but it's a quiz bowl type section quiz. And our high school team went undefeated in that and won first place in that. So this is the first time we've come in first in both competitions. So I'm very, very pleased with these students, and I'm thankful that Loudon County Schools allows us to come in and work with the students with Talent Search, and it gives us this opportunity. We're also gearing up for all our summer trips that we finally are able to go back. So come Sunday night, a group of us are leaving for Washington, D.C. So all the services that we provide with Talent Search are free, and so these students got a free trip to Atlanta. We stayed downtown Atlanta, ate at a nice restaurant. They'll still tell you about the dessert we got at the Italian restaurant. And then we went and kicked everybody's rear end and showed them just how smart the kids are. So this is them. So thank you.
Good job. Great job, guys. I know you must have got all your smarts from your dad. No, you wasn't your mom.
She got all the athletic from me, though.
Oh, okay. It balanced out. Oh. All right, now it's time to recognize any visitor that wishes to address any matter that is on the agenda. Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to consent agenda.
Make a motion, we approve.
Got a motion by Mr. Newman, second by Ms. Harvey. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Newman.
Yes.
Mr. Jenkins.
Yes.
Mr. Moffett.
Yes.
Ms. Bridges. Yes. Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Priscilla. Yes. Ms. Harvey.
Yes.
Mr. Presley.
Yes.
Moving on to retiree.
Yes, we've got a great group of educators that have given a lot of service to the district, and I wanted to recognize them this evening. Ms. Sherry Parrish, Sharon McCarroll, Joanne Wilson, Sharon Shaver, Teresa Barton, Debbie Downs, Janice Goodwin, Kim Hughes, Julia Courtney, Carolyn White, Holly Pate, and Jody Smith. And we wish them the best in their retirement.
Is any of them here?
I don't believe any of them here are here this evening.
I kind of favor them. One of my favorites.
I'd say so, for good reason.
All right, moving on to teacher tenure.
Yes, the following teachers have met the requirements for tenure in the state of Tennessee, and I would recommend them for tenure. Ms. Katie Hoffman at Eaton Elementary, Ms. Shannon Smith at Eaton Elementary, Ms. Gina Shepherd at Fort Loudon Middle. And I will say that a lot of these teachers had events going on at their schools, so a lot of them weren't able to attend this evening. Lynn Strange, Greenback School, Sierra Moore, Loudon Elementary, Mr. Charlie Brown, if you'll stand, Loudon High School, is able to make it out this evening. Jason Lambert, Loudon High School, Robert Tritt, Loudon High School, Sarah Harris, North Middle, Kelly Hurd, North Middle, and Jennifer Stewart, North Middle School. I recommend tenure for those folks.
I'd just like to say something. I'd like to think that my influence to Charlie Brown as a young child, coaching him in baseball, is why he has been so successful in life. But in all seriousness, you do a heck of a job out there, and we appreciate you, Charlie. Appreciate all of y'all.
That's kind of scary. I know, I saw you get ready to run out the door. You don't know what the man's gonna say. Would you like to make a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion, we approve them.
I'll second.
Got a motion by Mr. Newman, second by Mr. Presley. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Jenkins.
Yes.
Mr. Moffett.
Yes.
Ms. Bridges.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Priscilla. Yes. Ms. Harvey.
Yes.
Mr. Presley.
Yes.
Mr. Newman.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to budget amendments. Does anybody,
I recommend approval of what Mr. Presley presented in the workshop.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
motion by, Mr. Newman, second by, Jenkins?
Lame duck.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Moffett.
Yes.
Ms. Bridges.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Priscilla.
Yes.
Ms. Harvey.
Yes.
Mr. Presley.
Yes.
Mr. Newman.
Yes.
Mr. Jenkins.
Yes.
All right, proposed 22-23 142 budget.
I recommend approval of our 142 budget as presented at the workshop.
I'll make a motion, we accept.
Second.
A motion by Mr. Presley, second by Ms. Harvey. Any discussion? Roll call?
Ms. Bridges.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Priscilla.
Yes.
Ms. Harvey.
Yes.
Mr. Presley.
Yes.
Mr. Newman.
Yes.
Mr. Jenkins.
Yes.
Mr. Moffett.
Yes.
All right, proposed 22-23 143 budget.
I recommend approval of our cafeteria budget as presented at the workshop.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Ms. Harvey, second by Mr. Presley. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Priscilla. Yes. Ms. Harvey.
Yes.
Mr. Presley.
Yes.
Mr. Newman.
Yes.
Mr. Jenkins.
Yes.
Mr. Moffett.
Yes.
Ms. Bridges.
Yes.
All right, moving on to 22-23 meal prices.
I recommend the mill prices that are current as of the last 4 years and not increasing those as presented at the workshop.
Make a motion. Second.
Motion by Mr. Newman, second by Jenkins. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Priscilla.
Yes.
Ms. Harvey.
Yes.
Mr. Presley.
Yes.
Mr. Newman.
Yes.
Mr. Jenkins.
Yes.
Mr. Moffett.
Yes.
Ms. Bridges.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes. 22-23 school fees.
I would recommend approval as presented at the workshop.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Newman, second by Ms. Harvey. Roll call, please.
Ms. Harvey.
Yes.
Mr. Presley.
Yes.
Mr. Newman.
Yes.
Mr. Jenkins.
Yes.
Mr. Moffett.
Yes.
Ms. Bridges.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Priscilla.
Yes.
All right, differentiated pay plan.
I would recommend approval of our differentiated pay plan as presented at the workshop.
Make a motion.
Motion by Mr.
I
Jenkins,
can't do it all.
Second.
second by Mr. Presley.
win, though.
Yeah, why not?
We've never had this many, have we?
Mr. Presley.
Yes.
Mr. Newman.
Yes.
Mr. Jenkins.
Yes.
Mr. Moffett.
Yes.
Ms. Bridges.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Priscilla.
Yes.
Ms. Harvey.
Yes.
HES contract.
Contract recommendation, I would recommend that we split the difference between CPI and the request from the HES contractor on our custodial contract and increase that $120,000 for next school year.
Make a motion as director as requested.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Jenkins, second by Ms. Bridges. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Newman?
Yes.
Mr. Jenkins?
Yes.
Mr. Moffett?
No.
Ms. Bridges?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priscilla?
Yes.
Ms. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Presley?
Yes.
All right, moving on to 22-23 school board, meeting calendar.
Recommend approval as presented if it suits the board.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Harvey, second by Mr. Presley. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Jenkins?
Yes.
Mr. Moffett?
Yes.
Ms. Bridges?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priscilla?
Yes.
Ms. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Presley?
Yes.
Mr. Newman?
Yes.
All right, director's report.
Just a few things. I will say that based upon an estimate that I received from the state as far as for funding next year, the state has identified that we grew 100 students officially as far as funding purposes this last school year, which shows that we are on a positive trajectory to increasing our capacity in the schools. So that's a good thing. I would also like to recognize Miss Lisa Michaels. She is the band teacher at Fort Loudon Middle in Philadelphia. She has advanced to be a regional semifinalist for Teacher of the Year in the state of Tennessee. I would also like to recognize Matthew Tinker, who has advanced to be the regional semifinalist for Supervisor of the Year in the state of Tennessee. So that's two that have advanced in our district to the semifinal range, and we'll find out in a few months how they fared. Graduation tomorrow night, Greenback School at Tate & Lyle Amphitheater at 7 p.m. Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Loudon High School will be graduating. I want to inform you that Governor Lee will be here where we're sitting now, 2:30 on Monday. If you want to come out and see him, he will be stopping by to celebrate 225 years of statehood. So he's making a stop in our district. Loudon High School baseball team won the district championship last night. Greenback School won the district championship last night in baseball.
Whoa, and Lenore City.
Nobody cares.
The district championship too. Don't forget Lenore City.
Is that that school across the river?
Yeah, that school across the river,
School
yeah.
across the river. And if you're not busy this evening, when you leave here, you will find Loudon High School and Greenback School playing for the soccer district championship at Loudon High School. So they both won't win that one, but we will have a county school as the district champion. So that's all.
I'm sorry, Scotty.
Two other things I wanted to make.
I'm sorry, Scotty.
I'm sorry, Scotty.
Sorry about that.
Did y'all win? I ain't won yet. I'm going there right now. I'll find out.
I'm gonna have to say probably the Redskins. I've played some of those guys, they're pretty good.
2 overnight field trips I want to make you aware of. Greenback, their HOSA club, will be going June 22nd through 26th to Nashville for competitions. And the Fort Loudon Middle School in Philadelphia track and field team will be going to the state in Franklin, May 20th through 22nd. So those are a couple of overnight trips to make you aware of. That's all I have. Appreciate what you all do.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Anybody else on board got anything? All right, got a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion for Newman, second by Harden. All in favor, say aye. Yes. Let's get out. Oh yeah, I got your pen, look here. Right, look here, Kim. Writing's nothing to do with this. Give us the pen back. I like that. I like that.